Simplifying exponents. Letter A. Anything to power of 0 will equal 1. Letter B, we have product of powers and quotient of powers. So for product, we're going to add the exponents. For quotient, we're going to subtract the exponent. So 8 plus 7 is 15, minus 13 gives us 5 squared, and that gives us 25. Skipping letter C for a moment. Letter D, we have power of power. So we multiply the exponents and we get 4 to the 4th power, and if you need to evaluate, you have to multiply 4 by itself 4 times. Letter E, we have addition of same base. We cannot add the exponents. We have to evaluate. So we have 4 to the power of 0, that equals 1. 4 to the power of 1 is the identity property, so it's 4, and then we have times 4 squared. We add 4 and 1 and we get a 5. 4 squared is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. Letter F, we have power of power, and then we have product of powers. Here we have to multiply the exponents. So we have 3 times 2. Here we add the exponents, so we have 3 plus 2. We end up with 4 to the 6th power and 4 to the 6th power. We cannot add these exponents and say we have 4 to the 12th power. We have to evaluate them. And I did that on the side here. I have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 16 is 256, and then you multiply it by the last 16, which gives us 4,096. Since there are two 4 to the 6th powers, I added 4,096 to 4,096, and I ended up with 8192, which is 81,092, and that is the answer here. So 4096 plus 4096 equals 8192. Okay, so now what we have is same bases that are being added, but the exponents are different. We can't really add the exponents. What we have to do is simplify and then see how far we can get. So this one is basically square root of 9, which ends up giving us a 3. 9 squared is 81. And then we have 9 to the negative 1 power, which gives us 1 over 9. The reciprocal is 1 over 9. 3 plus 81 gives us 84, and then I have plus 1 over 9. Now here I'm applying the rules of fractions, where you have to find a common denominator in order to add. So we can't really add 84 plus 1/9 unless we have the same denominator. So I multiplied top and bottom by 9. So that gives me 756 over 9 plus 1 over 9. So that ends up giving me 757 over 9. And this cannot be simplified anymore because I think 757 is a prime number. Letter H is another fraction exponent, 27 raised to the 2/3 power. What we do is we put the 3, the denominator here, and then raise it to the 2nd power. So the number that multiplied by itself 3 times to give us 27 is 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. We raise that to the 2nd power. That gives us... Letter C is a little bit complicated because we have the same base here, but different base here. So what I'm going to do is simplify this part, apply the product of powers property, which requires us to add the exponents. And that gives us 2 to the 20th power. Now I'm going to show you how this right here is actually a 2 in disguise. So this is 2 squared. So I'm going to write this down as 2 to the 20th power divided by 2 squared. And we have to raise it to the 8th power. So that gives us 2 to the 16th power because it's power of power. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply the quotient of powers property, which is subtraction of the exponents. 2 to the 20th minus 16. That gives us 2 to the 4th power. Now, you should know what 2 to the 4th power is. I think 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. If I'm not mistaken, this should be 16.